Hey guys, my name is Sokhan. I'm here to review top movie franchises to let you know whether or not should you watch it. And today we're going to talk about the Star Wars saga. I'm going to review the movies in chronological order, so let's just jump right into it. Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. It's the prequel to the original trilogy, because the original, you know what? I'm not getting confused with that. Let's just talk about this one. Let's aim a little bit more towards kids. You know, George Lucas has always talked about the movie being for kids. I thought it was actually pretty good. I mean, okay, hold up. A lot of fans are gonna start throwing stuff at me. Hear me out. They had the cool villains in it. Darth Maul was a badass. I wish Darth Maul had a bigger role. I wish he was playing out in more of the prequels. The three prequels are about Anakin Skywalker. And who's Anakin Skywalker? Well, he turns eventually to Darth Vader. In episode 1, we see Chancellor Palpatine start forming the Galactic Empire. Because of course, we find out that, hey, he's the Emperor, Darth Sidious. Overall, I thought the movie was pretty alright. Everybody's complaining about the CGI, but to me, it was entertaining. Let's talk about Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. This movie is horrible. I'm just gonna say the good and the bad. Let's get right into it. They had a little cool part where Yoda fights with Count Dooku and he's flipping all over the place. That was cool. Now, what makes this movie the worst Star Wars movie ever is the love scene and George Lucas trying to direct Natalie Portman, and there was no chemistry with these two actors at all, and that just ruined the whole mood for me. I'm like, oh man, you're trying to do this romance thing, it was just horrible. And that's what killed the movie. It was like the same reason of what killed Pearl Harbor. You know, the Michael Bay directed movie with Ben Affleck and okay, screw all that. I think actually you can skip this one and you could just pretend that it never existed. Hey, let's talk about Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Now, George Lucas even went on record saying he thought this came out pretty good. Came out the way he expected. I thought it was pretty good. The only down part is, okay, let's just be real. The guy that they cast to play Anakin Skywalker, I mean, okay. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm sure you guys understand what I mean by that. The whole love story and turning into the dark side and all of that, being seduced, that was just like, that part's bad. But the action is, I thought it was pretty entertaining. They had some cool moments, you know what I mean? You got John Williams' score playing. Tying at the end when we see Anakin becomes Darth Vader, that was the cool part. The way it was being left off and with them creating the Death Star and setting up the, you know, the next trilogy. Although there's a lot of time that's in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. Luke is born and then he gets older. And then, you know, we don't meet him until he's like 19, 20 years old in A New Hope. So the Empire's ruled for a very long time. That's even talking about what's coming up this year, Rogue One, and it's about them stealing the plans to the Death Star and all of that. I think it's worth watching. I say yeah on that one. Now let's jump into Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Now, A New Hope came out in 1977, so it's not, you know, all the special effects were practical. They were like little miniatures, and they had to paint, you know, lifesavers and lightning. Now, this is the story about Anakin's son, Luke Skywalker. Now, the next trilogy is about Luke and how he, you know, becomes a Jedi and how he takes down the Empire. That's pretty much it. The Rebel Alliance steals plans to the Death Star, and the Galactic Empire is hunting them down, and they turn on the Death Star and they just start blasting planets, and the Rebel Alliance has to stop. Pretty much it. This movie's awesome. Check it out. I have nothing bad really to say about it. It's good for its time. It revolutionized sci-fi, and that's that. Let's talk about Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Now, The Empire Strikes Back is like everyone's favorite Star Wars. To me, my favorite Star Wars is Return of the Jedi. People like The Empire Strikes Back, well, because it wasn't directed by George Lucas. It was, you know, directed by a different director, and we find out, you know, this is where we find out, oh, Darth Vader is Luke's, you know, father. Ooh. And if you guys don't know that already, I don't know why you you guys even watch this. I guess this is for noobs. Oops. To me, overall, it was okay. Luke fights Darth Vader. That was pretty cool, and then you know Darth Vader reveals that hey, I'm your father. Got nothing negative to say about The Empire Strikes Back. So yes, that's definitely one that you should check out. Now let's jump right into my favorite Star Wars out of the saga is The Return of the Jedi. The Return of the Jedi is pretty much my favorite Star Wars episode out of all the movies. Well, because for all the reasons why you don't like it, probably all the reasons why I like it. This one was so epic. This is where we see, the star battles, the Ewoks are joining battle, and you see Darth Vader's face. This is where we see Princess Leia in the slave costume. Everybody dies in this movie. I mean, like Yoda dies, Jabba the Hutt dies, Darth Vader dies. I mean, I think Boba Fett dies. People are gonna complain about, oh, some of the action, you could kind of see the stunts and stuff. You know what? It's good. It's a good movie. Go see the movie. Watch it. Blu-ray it. Whatever you gotta do. Star Wars Episode 7. Shot on film. It's not shot digitally. And also, it had a lot of homage to the original trilogy. And I think that's why everyone liked it. It's actually the same format as Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. I mean, if you watch it side to side, it's like, hey, you know what? They have some very strong similarities to the original trilogy. Well, it's all good. To fans, they love it, they enjoyed it. They got like 4 more coming out. Episode, was it 8, 9, and Rogue One, and standalone movies are all coming out. Should be out on Blu-ray soon. This is my review of the Star Wars saga. Hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead, click subscribe, and tune in next week for another review of a movie franchise.